Hi guys, welcome back to another stream. Oh god, there's already an emergency. Yeah, hope you're all doing okay. So I mentioned this earlier in the week, but we're doing like an extra stream today just for this streaming week that I'm doing. So there'll be a stream today and then there'll be another stream on Sunday as normal. Just another quick reminder as well, just as we get started. I mentioned it on the last stream a little bit, but there has been some people getting view botted on PSO2 categories apparently. So apparently that is still going on. So if you do spot anything unusual, just drop me a DM or anything and I can check it after the stream. So it looks like we've got a few people here already. So if you do play PSO2 and you are, particularly if you've got a low level character or anything, feel free to join. So we've got Kilniath and we've also got LJP here as well. I think Draken and Zale are there as well. So I have done absolutely nothing since the last stream. I've done a little bit of NGS, tried out the new Masquerade fight on NGS, which is actually quite fun. So yeah, back to PSO2 Classic again now. So I am level 18. I think last time we basically just did some like free explorations more or less. So I don't mind doing some more of those. If anyone else got any recommendations, I'm also open for them as well. Back to Garal, I mean Arc Space. I mean, what I want to know is why we're even fighting Dark Falls, because we took care of him on our Wednesday. It's almost like he comes back.
One more.
Exactly. Dark Falls is hiding. He is. He's waiting for the agent quest now. He's like waiting for the phone call. So I guess what I can do is I can make a free exploration and we can just do some more of those, get a few more levels maybe. I think that is probably about the easiest thing to do for the time being. Looks like we've got, is it 5 at the minute? Hi Boink, hope you're doing well. Vector, we need you. Does Vector even have PSO2 installed at the minute though? I know he said he'd kept uninstalling it and reinstalling it. And more importantly, can you pull a Vector away from Path of Exile 2? That is the real question. I'm guessing probably not. What if someone doesn't have a low level character? If you're fine doing low level content, that's fine. I really don't mind. Just bear in mind that we are all... Well, I say we're all low level. I can't remember what level Draken's character is at the minute. I know you have a lot of characters capped. Darkfall's be doing nothing but coming back. I know it's getting a bit of a problem at this point, isn't it, Blader? Hope we're doing alright as well. Oh, you got a Daylight Scar today on PSO Vector. Oh, nice one. Yeah, I saw that Draken got a V101 as well, so apparently it does exist. I mean, LGP, if you're a mega noob at level 23, I'm level 18. One full year to get a V101 from that character. Yeah, isn't your character like over level 180 by now? We found tons of Ubers and we just could not find V101s. I don't know why it's such a hard drop to get. I'm just glad you finally got one. I also like how it dropped outside of the events as well. V101 no longer hiding for Drac. Yeah, apparently, yeah. I mean, by he swapped your phone to Greenland and got one immediately. It's the Greeno privilege. You've gone through some of the chapter 1 stuff the other day. It skipped every cutscene. The voices are so annoying. I think I put it back on the Japanese voices because the English voices in this hurt me. If you guys want to make a party, I'll swap to men and do dailies. It's up to you, Kilniath. I mean, we can always switch around as well after every couple of runs like we did last time. I'm totally fine doing that. Actually, yeah, I'm going to go and get my daily quest actually before I forget because I totally forgot to get them last time. Also, I've got to say this now. One of the most irritating things between PSO2 and NGS, I don't know if it's the same for everyone else that plays this, but for me, the confirm button is the opposite way around between PSO2 and NGS. So it's like circle in PSO2 and X in NGS. It's mildly annoying. I forget it every single time I load PSO2. So we've got suppress automata, suppress jagged dingles, which sounds like a bit of a medical problem. You can manually change that. I really should do because the amount of times I press the wrong button is bordering on ridiculous. And suppress brew ringarders. It takes me a while to get used to the English translations for the enemy names in this as well. I'm used to the Japanese ones. Might be a silly question, but where are you playing PSO2? Do you mean as in server? Or... Because is it through Steam or Microsoft? So I'm playing it through Steam. It is multi-platform though. Hi Mad Hatter, hope you're doing okay. Yeah, it is cross-play, Boing, so you can play. I think there's a few console versions as well. I've never tried the global client on console. Back on the Japanese servers, I did play it on PS4 for a while. I just realised I took that. I thought it was a bit too much money. Then I realised it's only for super hard or higher, so it might be a while for that one. Oh yeah, I mean, it's a kind of game, Kenneth, where I think you can just... I think it is the game that translates quite well to just, you know, playing it on the sofa on a console. It works fine. Yeah, that'll do for now. Oh, Vixie's here as well. So we have 6 then, I think. And yeah, it's ship 2, yeah. I should probably say that as well. So what I'll do is I can invite people. Did you want to join Vixie, by the way? I know you said you were higher level, but do we still want to join? Yeah, so what I'll do is we'll rotate around then every couple of quests. So what I'll do is... I'm trying to mix it up a bit from last time just so we can switch people around a bit. And I'll bring Vixie in because Vixie's never been in before. And then what we'll do is we'll do a couple of runs of that and then we'll switch around. I really wish that it was like PSU where you could bring 6. I am happy to switch anyone around as well if you want. Where's is Kilniath around, or has he moved somewhere else? He's gone to do dailies. Yeah, we can do it as like separate parties, can't we? So I just realised actually, if we had 6, we should have probably done a 3 and a 3. Never mind, doesn't matter if we're doing a 12 party. Or 12 player, I should say. Killing the ass on his way back. This reminds me of PSO, where every single time I tried to make a quest, there was always 5 people. Oh, he's back. Yeah, so maybe for the first run or two, if Killing the Ath and LJP want to team up. Oh, Vixie switched over to a level 11 hunter. Nice. Well, in that case, then, do you want to split it? If we're all low level, then do you want to just split it 3 and 3? Seems a lot fairer doing it that way. Oh, there we go. So Drax left, so you can switch over. So I think what we'll start with is maybe do the exploration. So the daily exploration, I think, is the quarry one. The Blue Ring Garda. Again, I will just default to the Japanese names because I'm so used to them. Oh, they call it abandoned mine on this. Okay, fair enough. It was quarry on the Japanese one. Okay, so I will put a password on just because the password would be stream. You didn't even realize PSO2 is still playable. It is. So, Stephen, if you download PSO2 New Genesis, there is a free DLC for it, which gives you all the PSO2 data. So, and then you can switch to PSO2 from NGS. Okay, so we'll accept in current block, and hopefully this works. I think I've done it right. Oh, that's good. It actually shows your client orders that map to where you're doing. That's actually really handy. Sure, I'll take those as well. Why not? But yeah, the only downside, Stephen, is if you only want to play PSO2, you have to do the I think you have to do the tutorial of NGS. I think someone said last time that you might be able to skip it now. But you may have to do the tutorial of NGS, then you can transport over to PSO2. Player base, from what I've seen, I think there are less people on PSO2 Classic than there is on NGS, but there is still enough to play. At lower level, it's probably a little bit more difficult, I would imagine. I think a lot of people are high level now, but there is also a boost event on at the minute because of an event that's on NGS, so there is massively boosted experience and stuff as well, which makes things a lot easier. So I have no shift or D-band, by the way, so... Oh, it's not the event doing it, is it just... Oh, they've just made PSO2 day permanent, okay. It's almost like I'm an NGS creator, you wouldn't think so. Okay, now to remember how to play this again. There we go. It takes me like a couple of minutes to adjust to PSO2 because I'm so used to the NGS force now. As long as you reach a Ryuk device in NGS, you can reach PSO2 from there. Yeah, I'm just thinking, I'm pretty sure, I think it's the first Ryuk device in NGS. I'm guessing that would be the one in the Central City, wouldn't it? So what, like once you've done the initial tutorial when you first met a character. And even for that, I think you only have to do it for your first character. Oh, they changed the name of those as well. So those mine things, they were called, I think in the Japanese one, I think they were called Darkheims. Now they're called Falmorphers, which kind of makes sense because they changed the name of like the main enemies in this. So the Japanese version of PSO2, the sort of the Falz-like enemies, they were called Darkers, but they changed them to Falspawn in this. As much as you like the Japanese dub, you prefer the English dub, really? I think the English dub for me is... Some characters really annoy me, some of them absolutely fine. I changed it to Japanese mainly because of my hate of the English version of Affen. I really can't stand Affen. Not that he's much better in Japanese. Oh, have we got an escort? Can I heal you? Probably not. I can heal him by 1. I don't know why the announcer... Yeah, I don't know why the announcer says escort like that. It's like escort. He is the Australian guy, yes. Yeah, in Japanese it's like Yoroshiku Aibo. But then they change him to good day, mate, in the English version. It is not pleasant. English dub in base game is terrible, but later on it got an improvement. To be fair, I haven't really heard the English dub for the later episodes. So yeah, it could improve. Hopefully it does. Because of how this map works, I think you could technically just farm it for the whole stream. But yeah, I think the English dub is fine. I think it could certainly be a lot worse. Billy Kametz does also, well, did voice Luther in the English dub, yeah. I think Luther is one of those characters in the game where I think the English and Japanese voice actors are both really, really good.
You piece of orc trash!
There we go, I was waiting for that. I'm amazed it took that long for the queue, honestly. Yeah, you probably can't hear it over on YouTube, but on Twitch I've got some redeemable sound alerts, and one of them is Luther going, "You piece of ox trash." It's hard to play a game and Twitch at the same time. It is, yes. Welcome to me every time I stream. Oh god, Huey. I like Huey. Oh, it's this dude. I remember you. It's a small Vada. Yeah, it's been pretty cool coming back to PSO2, honestly. Just getting used to everything again. I would buff if I had Shift and Deband. I do not. I was thinking, oh, I'll just go and buy all the techniques with X cubes. Then I realised I don't have any X cubes. That was a bit close. I think this is quite a cool boss design. I've always liked this one. I do wish that I still had the same amount of PP that I had on NGS. I burn out basically instantly at the minute. Low level force is suffering. You miss your double jump that Hunter has. Yeah, I keep trying to double jump all the time. Originally, the character had a typical anime girl voice, but later on she has a British accent. Nice. Nice to see you playing base PSO2 again. Been playing it recently over NGS and you pleased. Oh, cool. Yeah, I think it's interesting with PSO2 because it feels... Although there are some similarities between PSO2 and NGS, they do differ a hell of a lot as well. So it's kind of interesting seeing the differences between both of them. Obviously, I mean, I've played this a ton back when it released on the Japanese servers, but then from about whenever the start of episode 6 was, I basically stopped then and didn't play since. You and Draco were in a bunch of high level stuff. It was funny doing C mode and having no double jump. Literally killed us a few times because you don't expect to fall into lava. Got Tokyo bonus key gold. This seems to be a recurring theme with these streams. I seem to get one of these every time, which I'm not complaining about. Oh, Vixie got a Tokyo silver. Oh, nice one. Yeah, the bonus keys are really, really useful for leveling. Timeout-based PSO2 was brief. You played it when it came to North America on Steam. Okay. I think was that... I want to say, was that 2020-ish? Around there? Sky, what are you doing next? Drac is chomping at the bit and it's crowded in this camp shit. I'm sorry, I'll be right there. I'm doing very important things like learning techniques. You replaying base games so you can record cutscenes and get to the true ending. Oh, nice one. Oh, level 20. I do need to do some of the main quests as well, because I need to do things like unlocking subclasses and more palette slots. I am ultra poverty at the minute. So unfortunately, we missed out on one Jagged Dingle. We might be able to get that in another quest. Not the Jagged Dingle, I know. Yeah, there is an enemy called it a Jagged Dingle. It sounds like an Emmerdale character. That's a British reference if ever I've seen one. Right, so what are we doing next? So I think we'll do maybe one more of these parties, then we can switch around. What's under recommended anywhere? So I guess we could do Floating Continent next. Well, sorry, Tainted Draconian Subjugation. I think it's just a points collecting one, this, but there is a reward box for it, so... Sorry, since I sound like a noob, but to play PSO2 you need to download NGS and first create character for it. Yeah, so the way it works is you download PSO2 NGS, make a character, log in, and you'll do like the tutorial of NGS. Once you get to the first city in NGS, which it doesn't take long, maybe what, 10 minutes or so, around there. Once you get to Central City, you just go to one of the teleport devices and you can teleport to a PSO2 block from there, and that'll transfer you over to classic PSO2. Once you've done that, then you can select it from the character select screen. So I think this one is a single party quest, so we'll need to do this for the reward boxes. I always forgot that Laver's client orders are all very, very sort of psychotic. Like a mild case of murder. I think she has a problem. Yeah, so I think in this one, I think you just collect points. I generally didn't like these quests, but if it's a chance of getting a bonus key, then probably worth doing. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying that you obviously have to play some NGS before you can go to PSO2 Classic, but I guess the reason Sega did it is because they obviously want you to play NGS, which I understand. At the end of the day, they do want to kind of promote the latest game. Yeah, so it looks like we need 180 points, so you just get points by killing the enemies. I think Trials might give points as well. Oh, I do remember that some of these drop like that. I do like how that's a trial and there's a time on it to say break out of isolation. I wonder what happens if you fail. Can you imagine if it just didn't let you get out of here and just kept you here? You agree though and wish it was separate, the install size can be rough. That is the issue, yeah. So because you're downloading PSO2 as separate data, it ends up well over 100 gig. I think you spent most of your playtime on floating islands. Yeah, I like this map. It's interesting enough. It's something quite different. I missed. Yeah, this setup I've got off my text at the minute is completely cursed, but I need the extra pallet slots to branch out properly. Music is awesome here too. I think we mentioned it before, but there is a little part of the theme that plays now and again. It's only very rare it happens though, but there is a little bit of the PSO seabed theme in here now and again. You're still able to escape, you just don't get the clear reward. It would be funny if it just didn't let you escape. Like, no, you're stuck here forever now. Floating Islands is a vibe, yeah. Last Thanksgiving event where they threw all of the bird enemies together was weird. I think so I may be wrong on this, but I want to say that the Thanksgiving event that was on Global, I think that might have been exclusive to Global. Because I don't ever remember there being any Thanksgiving lobbies on the Japanese servers. I think that was like a new event they added for Global. Again, I could be wrong, I just don't remember it though. One thing I will say, this is a really, really minor thing, and most people probably won't even affect. But the reticle for targeting on this, so when you like lock onto an enemy, I feel is a lot better in PSO2 base than it is in NGS. Reason for that is when you target something, when you lock onto it, you get that very obvious yellow part around the edge, so you can tell that you actually locked onto it. In NGS, it's a lot more subtle. And quite often, when there's a lot going on, you just can't tell if you're locked on or not. And that's very nice that you can go up there. I don't know what the reason for that is, but... I haven't seen any Thanksgiving events in Japan this year either. Instead, it was the Christmas event in December. Yeah, that's all I remember. I remember the Christmas event and then maybe like New Year lobbies. So I'm assuming the Thanksgiving one is maybe a global exclusive one. which I think is pretty cool, you know. I know Thanksgiving is a massive holiday for America, so why not? Yeah, that did a lot of damage. But like I say, I have terrible gear. I don't know if I can actually heal yet. Yeah, it's been pretty wild going back to Classic, honestly. It's just quite jarring because I still play NGS quite regularly. Just sort of jumping between them. It's quite jarring sometimes mainly because the control schemes are so different and because the classes feel completely different. Collect points. Wow, this sure thought of everything in NGS. In Kazuchi Assault bonus key. Okay. Yeah, I think that's one where you fight loads of the silver and gold dog things, isn't it? The Takumi Kazuchis. I should really start out a separate storage for my PSO2 classic stuff because the amount of NGS stuff I've got on my storage is just filling everything. So I think what we can do is we can maybe switch the parties right now. Yeah, so what we'll do... So this time, I will switch it around, so I'll pick people that weren't in last time. So it'll be... Right, so who was in the party last time? Was it Kilniath? I think it was, what was it, Kilniath and Draken? Focusing on the game and chat is fun. It is. It's quite hard sometimes when there's a lot going on, but other party was Drak, Kilniath, and LGP. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll invite Draken this time. So we'll probably have to do a couple of rotations then just so we can switch around fairly. And I'll go with LGP this time because I know sometimes LGP has to go a bit early just so we can get a run in before. And then we'll do 2 more runs, then we'll switch around again, and then Kilniath will be in the next one if you want. Just so we're trying to rotate the party fairly, that's all. Again, we need 6-player parties back like we had in PSU. So next one is we have Nightfaller Subjugation. Was that really only level 11s? That's kind of crazy that for level 25, you have to be level 20. I also have to do a special client order actually, so I wonder if I have that order now actually. No, I must have to do something else. You chose hard for party 2. Wonder if I have to do the main orders maybe. Right, hold on. I need to speak to this dude. I have a feeling I might have to do this before it unlocks the order for hard. I hate how it actually makes you do this. I wish it didn't. I'm just gonna put that there for now. Of course it's a client order. Because why wouldn't it be? Please let me go off in. Please leave me alone. I'm guessing that's it. Yeah, so, well, I do want that one. Oh, you're just going to give me the weapon palette extension straight away for doing nothing. I remember when you had to do something for that. Well, that's easier. Hard difficulty permit, that sounds good. Oh, that's it, okay. That's fine, I'll do that one later. Right, can we now start in hard? We can now do hard. Nice one. I mean, I may as well take all those. Sure. Yeah, a little bit annoying that you have to do all that stupid tutorial stuff. Coffee, I'm not going back now. I'm in the camp ship now. You had your chance. Oh, LGP's pulled out the Yasmin Kov. So at least should be a little bit more experienced now. These guys have really weird names, I just realised. One of them is called Mech, and one of them is called Chopoke. I've always liked it here as well how these guys look huge next to you, but they're actually like the really small ones here. I'll find some better gear soon, that would be nice.
Completed.
I think that client order just cleared instantly, didn't it? So this is just another points collection one, basically. They're not the most interesting quest in the world, but they're worth doing just for the reward box that you get. Music for this is great. It is, I mean, PSO2 in general, I think has really strong music. And as was pointed out last time, I think it was Kilniath pointed out, every now and again it does actually mix in a little bit of the Mizuraki district theme from PSU. It does that a lot with PSO2. Quite often it will put little references to early music in. So while I think on anyone who enjoyed the Phantasy Star 2 stream on Wednesday, there was a bit of a disaster straight after the stream. So it turns out that the mod that I used for it to make the movement speed a bit quicker actually prevents you from saving in the game. It'll still save, but it doesn't actually save anything. So as soon as I closed the game, I lost all my progress. However, I have gone back and I've got back up to where I was. Thankfully, it was just at the start. And I have now figured out a way to get around the saving problem. I remember listening to the non-combat version of this theme and hearing leitmotifs from PSO Falls and Floor 2. Oh, cool. I know that the PSO Falls theme, like the final phase Falls theme, I know that is definitely referenced in the Falls Arms theme in PSO2. One of the phases of that is literally almost a copy of it. And also Dark Falls Losers theme also references Olga Floor's first theme. There's probably loads more references as well. I know there is a video on YouTube I've seen before that has loads of links of where Phantasy Star is kind of reused music or reference music. They do it a lot. Also pointed it out again to Party 2, you can't help but point out musical things constantly. It is really cool, like, it's nice when they reference the previous games, even if it's just like a little tiny bit of music. Thank you for the unique weapons badge. I've got all the compound techniques as well, Drac. I need to get them on this. Yeah, I saw it a while back, mainly because I think it was when we were playing through the original Phantasy Star, and I sort of realised through that it was that PSO was referencing a lot of the music from that. Yeah, I need to remember that killing the Ath. I don't need to go back to the Ark ship to start a new quest. So next one is, well, it says Disturbing Whistle of Chaos. It's level 40 enemies. Do you think we'll be okay against level 40s? Or am I going to get obliterated? It's fine. Okay. You got a bit lost there. Yeah, in that map LJP, you can some of the rooftops you can jump on, and there's like jump pads to get you around the map faster. Now I find out you don't need to go back. To be fair, I did it for ages as well. Except in current block. 4 years after you finish playing it. It's normally the case, isn't it? So I just found out a new PSO fact earlier today that I didn't know after playing it for 20 years. So I was already aware that certain enemies target specific players more often. So if you don't know, I've mentioned it before, but basically Del Sabers in PSO typically target, it's usually forces and male characters first. Well, this looks like a boss fight. Is this Persona? Yeah, but basically, I also found out recently that Chaos Sorcerers apparently target rangers. It's kind of funny actually, the stamps actually look better in PSO2 Classic than they do in NGS. Is it actually false persona? No, it beta does. I don't know how to feel about that. Oh, they totally changed this guy's name. I think this guy was called Zesh Raider in the Japanese client. And he's now Gosh Raider, which sounds like something Goofy would say. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Gosh Raider. I don't know how they got from Zesh Raider to Gosh Raider. It's nothing even similar. Yeah, I thought it was Zesh in Japanese, yeah. This is the ultralized version of Zesh Raider. I have no idea what an ultralized enemy is. Zesh still exists, okay. I will be blissfully ignorant then. We're going to power level here. I'm all for that. Ah. Assuming that would be an ultralized enemy then, maybe? I mean, it looks freaky. Yeah, I totally forgotten about ultralized enemies. Hated these guys. Yeah, they can be pretty irritating. Sandboss was Granada. Yeah, again, I think that's like maybe an ultralized version of it. Because I know the face on that was different to a normal Granada. Yeah, these are all like different versions of bosses I've fought before. So I'm guessing these are all ultralized, I'm guessing. I don't even remember ultralized enemies, so I don't know if that was something that got added later, or I may have just totally forgotten about them. A frozen nerd. Fighting in story mode and getting caught by the pincers was so annoying. Yeah, I mean that's like the main way you get killed on them, I think. Oh. Oh, hello. It's not Gal Griffin. I do remember this guy faintly. It's like Gal Griffin's slightly edgelord cousin. I'm gonna guess that walking at the tornado is probably not the best idea. I do respect that he actually does the Gal Griffin lightning storm attack though. Just maybe don't hit me with it. I'm guessing this is one of these quests where you get all the drops at the end. Oh, yeah, it's Freaky Spider Woman. I forgot you existed. Fighting in a story mode and getting caught by the pincers. Yeah. See, I think there's some bosses that I do find a lot harder in story solo. Some of them just seem like designed to screw you over. Existed past tense, yeah, exactly. It did kind of show up and then just die immediately. I'm really gonna have to rebind the controls on this at some point because I keep pressing X for confirm constantly. Is it train time? Is this quest the same every time then, or is it more randomized? I always forget how cursed this boss is. You forgot about the train. Everyone forgets about the train. It's the same each time, okay. The bosses are randomized other than this one. Fair enough. They did go pretty wild with PSO2, really, didn't they? I do genuinely wonder whose idea it was to think, yeah, we're going to turn a bullet train into a boss. Hope we actually got some 10-star or higher stuff. We'll take that. Yeah, I think there's down to the apprentice urgent quest, isn't there? Do you have any text I can learn? Yes, you do. Train boss is unreal, so creative. It is really creative, yeah. I seem to remember that a lot of the episode 4 enemies were kind of everyday things as well. So I remember fighting things like I think it was like helicopters and tanks you could fight as well. The idea was that they were kind of like illusions, I think, that had been made real or something. It's been a long time since I played episode 4 though. I got a photon booster. Put that in for now. I'm guessing I can't use the big high level one. No, we can't use any of this stuff at all. We're way off. Yeah, there was a dinosaur with a particle beam cannon, yeah. I seem to remember that the T-Rex kind of, if I remember correctly, I think like the skeleton pokes out of it, doesn't it? And then the skeleton fires a beam or something. It was really weird. I remember like the grizzly bears as well and the polar bears that would kind of split open and try hitting you. It was wild. I've got some units I just can't use, so I will keep those for later. You like the Ep 4 story explanation for it though? Basically, this is why myths exist, because ether, i.e. photons, yeah. I'm pretty sure actually, I think speaking of episode 4, I think canonically, I think that's meant to take place in like, is it like 3 years time? I'm sure it's in 2028. So if weird stuff starts happening in a few years in Tokyo, then you know Phantasy Star's real. You do have wings, yeah. Very fancy. Are we partaking of the urgent quest? If we can do it, I don't mind trying it. It'll probably be pretty miserable, but I don't even know which one is it, because there's a few apprentice ones, isn't it? Is it a mining defense one or? There's 6 of us and only 1 apprentice. Persona was on just before the stream. Oof. I love that as soon as it's a possibility it's the defense one, you just like, nope, I'm out. Can I actually see which one it is? I have a feeling it might be mining based, maybe. Possibly. Everyone should just use the 2000 Infinity Future game so that the predictions never become outdated. You missed the Apprentice Urgent Quest. Watching your brother play them was finally what clicked to get you interested in playing it. I think the Urgent Quest idea generally is I think the Urgent Quest, like, the way they work is quite interesting. I wish it sort of wasn't on the hour, because it's quite predictable, I think, sometimes, but... And I think for some enemies it would be quite nice to be able to fight them normally, but... It's an interesting idea. It is mine defense. Yeah, I was looking at the screens, Drac. So I'm guessing that's meant to be showing the underground. So yeah, I'm assuming probably mining based defense. So any quest is fine with you. Mining defense doesn't exist. That is my general view of the mining defense quests as well. I steer far clear of them. It's one where you have to defend the rigs while the drill goes down and fight apprentice at the end. Oh, I don't think I did that one, or I might have done it once or twice maybe. The one I'm thinking of is where it's more like a traditional mining based defense. I think you did fight apprentice at the end of it. Fire a giant cannon and cutscene at the end. That might be the one I'm thinking of actually. Seem to remember the scene where you all fire the cannon. But mining based defense Yakuza is so fun. Also hi. Hello. Yeah, I don't know. Does anyone actually like the mining based defense quests? I had too many bad experiences with them on the Japanese server. And again with the mining rig quests on NGS as well. A high difficulty, you tell. They are really, really difficult on the high difficulties, yeah. Mainly because they tend to involve just a load of enemies that explode running at the tower immediately. I mean, I am fine doing other stuff if people want to do other stuff instead. How about I use a trigger? If you want to use a trigger, that is fine. If you don't mind using one. You like the music of the mining based defense, but on the soundtrack it's like 10 minutes long and there's a bunch of variations. Yeah, it's kind of hard to listen to, isn't it? Because there might be like a 2 or 3 minute bit of it that you really, really like, but it's finding it in like 5 or 6 different variations that are all 10 minutes long. Yeah, exactly, Richard, yeah. Just seen a character over there called Ep7 Doko. You like Cradle, but you have to be level 85 or more for true efficiency. Yeah, the only Cradle I have done is, it was way back on the Japanese servers, and I think it was before Cradle got changed to just shower rares. It was nowhere near as good when I used to run it. Mining Based Defense 4 and the Return were kind of fun personally. The Valbred is a scary fun. Yeah, I think Mining Based Defense 4 was the best of the Mining Based Defenses in Classic. The Dignity of Seal Unleashed. Is that Yamato? Yeah, I'm cool with Yamato. It's a place to get a ton of rare 13 and 14 gear and exchange them for executors and grinders. Yeah, I was watching, Draken was showing me on Discord, and it was just constant red up notifications. Yeah, I remember that, Phil, yep. Yeah, that was an interesting design choice, wasn't it? You're literally doing Cradle last week on JP with the group. You're playing Ship 6 every day. So I used to play on JP. I basically stopped playing when NGS launched, and they basically made it impossible to play without a VPN. I stopped then, now went over to global. I don't know if it's different now, but I've got too much invested in global now, honestly, to go back, so I'd be way out of practice anyway. There's no other player-based test. Increase the BGM, I will do. I will let us play. Since it's the first time and all, you know. I do feel like Ep 4 is kind of when PSO2 just went incredibly weird. But it also gives the AIS mechs, and I'm all for mechs. It's such a sight for sore eyes. It will be interesting to see if we get a content ID for Boundless, or sorry, Borderless even. Boundless is the alliance I'm in. Never did this mission. It's really cool, this one, actually. There we go. So it's basically like a two-phase quest. So the first phase, we need to get over to that battleship. But the battleship likes to spawn tons of enemies and also likes to bombard you for the whole quest. I also have no good wind text yet, so that's going to be fun. If there's one fan of base, it's me. And if there are no fans, I'm dead. Yeah, what I do need to do is, after stream, I do need to work on this character a bit, because there's still several things she doesn't have unlocked. Like, she still doesn't have mag yet. Which is not particularly helping at the moment. I do find it really weird in base that you don't start with a mag, and you have to do a client order to get it. Should be okay for this stream since it's still quite low difficulty, but definitely something I need to sort out. Yamato is such a fun and nostalgic grind. Yeah, I do like the Yamato. I'm trying to think, was there two different Yamato quests? Yeah, you don't want to get hit by that. It's kind of an interesting quest because you kind of constantly have to watch the battleship with your like peripheral vision. I can just see people leveling constantly. Oof. Just absolutely obliterated. Now let's hide here. You forgot about the steamroller enemies. Yeah, again, Ep 4 is wild. Fighting level 40 enemies with a level 26 force with terrible gears. Really not the player, but it's also not the player to be stood there. I'm pretty sure this is... I'm guessing this is probably hard. At least mags in base are actually mags are not glorified music players like NGS. I do agree with you on that, yeah. It is kind of a shame that they're kind of just reduced to that in NGS. Seems easy so far. It's not too bad. If I get hit, I take a ton of damage. That's just being a force. So now I actually get onto the ship. And you basically have to destroy all of the guns and everything on the ship. I think we can't actually hurt him yet, can we? It's a really interesting quest. It's definitely a lot different to everything else in PSO2. And I do like that about PSO2, how a lot of the urgent quests did kind of shake things up. So then I think we transition to phase 2, I think. It's a shame PSO2 had too many simultaneous game mechanics. It was kind of crazy. The PSU was worse. And Borderless plays loudly in the distance. Borderless is so good. I will turn it down very slightly. Just about there. The ship does fly. Yes, it does. Now to try and remember how to pilot the AIS. PSO2 had nothing on Warframe, you bounce off that hard. Yeah, I've only played a little bit of Warframe, so I can't comment too much on it. I find it quite hard to get into, but to be fair, I didn't play it much at all, so... Have fun with all the IS. Yeah, I seem to remember it being really bad. Yeah, I can't remember how to pilot this at all. There's the heal. You think the AIS are going to be so cool when you get to actually pilot them? And then you actually try pilot them and you realise that they just handle like bricks. Yeah, I'll just die, it's fine. There's not really any challenge on this though, because it just revives you 5 seconds later anyway. So yep, I'm back again. I mean, it is an interesting quest, but it's just generally these AIS mechs just don't pilot very well. I feel like very unintuitive to pilot. There is some later ones they added as well that where they changed the controls a bit. See there, it doesn't really know where to lock onto properly. Can it overshoot sometimes? His voice in English dub was so funny. Can you dodge this barrage over and over again for 10 minutes? Remember blasting the shit out of Space Megatsu in IS? Yeah, I think the ones that you use for the Space Megatsu fight, I think they control a bit differently. The ones that you use when you're in space, they do control a little bit better. It's just these ones that are really bad. I sort of faintly remember this. I'm going to die horribly because, as you can probably tell, I have got a complete inability to control this. You do have the big laser, yeah. Yeah, we're going to die there. Kind of funny though, just because it just doesn't matter. Because you just revive anywhere. Okay, stay there. It is a fun fight though, it's just that the AI is just control a bit weird, that's all. And honestly, a lot of that is probably just down to me not playing it for years. Congratulations everyone, we are the hero. Now, can we get some a nice, you know, rod or something? A rod would be fine too. No? No rods? Cool. Remember seeing a recording of the Evangelion crossover with the ES versus Ramiel. They didn't bother with models for the other two Avas and just give them reskinned AIS. To be fair, the Ava collab was actually quite fun. I remember the boss fight against Ramiel was actually quite fun. Which I was surprised at because I'm really not a big fan of Evangelion. So you're really not going to give me a single rare rod, huh? Oh. Or was that a normal rod? No, that's a normal rod. Rip. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what my favourite urgent quest is. I mean, I've said this before, but I do really like the Dark Force Laser urgent. When that first got added to the game, I really enjoyed it because it was genuinely quite difficult. But later on, it became a bit of a joke. Can we use those units yet by any means, or...? No, we can't. Oh, we can, we just didn't get a re-unit. I mean, none of these really help us, but I'll take them for the defense. Armada is probably the best EQ in the game without a doubt. Yeah, I think from what I played of Ep 6, I did enjoy it. I just didn't see it through to the end. You can use them as long as they aren't grayed out, yeah. I think, if I remember correctly though, I think in base game, I think you have to use either back, arms and legs or subunits instead, don't you? It's not like in NGS where you basically just get 3 units that are usable in any slot. I think the only ones you can use in any slot on this is the subunits, I think. Again, it has been a long time though. Sub can be used on any slot, fair enough. I've always been fond of Darkfall Zelda mainly because it was my first urgent quest and it felt epic. Yeah, I guess if that was your first sort of exposure to the urgent quests, it is quite a cool experience. You like the aesthetics of base more than NGS? Yeah, they are, even though they are both PSO2, they are actually very different, aren't they? Other units are back, arms, legs, fair enough. Gonna start my stuff out so you'll sit out the next one. Ah, no worries, LGP. Are you gonna host the Elder Trigger as well? Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll join that. Giga Chad Ouroboros Soul Streamer who's playing PSO last night. Is Ouroboros the same one who played Armored Core as well? Because I'm sure I remember watching some videos by someone called Ouroboros that played Armored Core. That was the same one. Oh, cool. I think LJP said he was going to sort his stuff out, so... I guess what I'll do is I will leave the party for now, just so we can start the quest. Drax put the quest up, fair enough. That's kind of weird because it's actually shown as 2 separate rooms. I don't know why that's the case, but... Oh, you joined as a separate party, fair enough. Yeah, I do like Elder. Elder is a really fun fight. Let's see if I can remember any of it. Hit glowy spots. Yeah, I mean, that is basically the fight, isn't it? Yeah, I remember when this got added on the Japanese server, it was like the first big Dark Falls fight and people were losing their minds. The Granddaddy EQ, good old Elder. Yeah, I've always enjoyed Elder. It's all working up together, smashing up false arms for why Elder went from a planet size to a tractable threat. Yeah, I guess it kind of implies that you just keep on breaking more arms off him. It is one of the more bare bones urgent quests, but it was also one of the first ones, and it was probably, I think it was the first big sort of raid boss urgent quest, if you like. So I seem to remember now he fires loads of meteors. I would use lightning text, but I barely have any good ones at the minute. Without English dub, you wouldn't understand Darthas Luther when he says the Akashic records are mine. For me, because I played the Japanese version for probably getting on for 6-7 years, so the Japanese voices are just ingrained into my mind now. So we've determined that if he hits me, I die, which is kind of what I expected. Oh, you're gonna do the beam, aren't you? So I remember the strat with the beam. But for some reason, if you stand directly in front of him, it doesn't hit you. Don't know why that is. Feeling when the PSO2 main thing kicks in. I have mixed feelings about that. Yeah, I have very mixed feelings about the PSO2 thing. I think when they first started doing it for some of the quests, it was really cool because it was almost like how they use Proof of a Hero sometimes in Monster Hunter, where you know you're getting towards the end when that starts playing. But by the time you got to like episode 6, it just felt like it was getting so overused. For me anyway, personally. It died to a level up sound. Yeah, I never heard him say that because I played the Japanese one. Yeah, I heard whatever the Japanese equivalent of that was. Oh, Malu has new client orders for me apparently. Is that for skill points? It is. You're getting more triggers. I've got tons of triggers on NGS. I've just got none on here. Now I think about Affin's accent, Katori is also British. I don't know if I've heard global Katori. I'm sure I remember someone else saying that she sounds British as well. Hey, free again, LJP. Oh, nice one. We've just finished that quest, so many of the good triggers are from the Alliance Exchange shop. Oh, that's good to know. I basically know next to nothing about PSO2 Global now because, one, it's been so long since I played the Japanese version, and secondly, just because on Global I do feel like they changed quite a few things as well. So things that I think are in one place are actually somewhere else. Now we've got LJP back, nice one. Yeah, Draken's just getting some more triggers apparently. So I guess we're just doing oops all bosses now. Which I'm fine with because it's kind of interesting fighting them again. It's been a long time since I've done them, so. Alright, we've got another one. The Lunar Phantasm Matriarch, I'm going to assume that's Escafald's mother. I would guess. Cursed Ride Roid UQ, let's go. Does that mean we get to hear Superluminal though? Because Superluminal is a banger. Game just handed you level 37 without having to do anything fighting. I'm not sure you like level boosting via meaningless quests. It is very fast at the minute. More BGM. How is the BGM at the minute? Is it quite quiet on stream, or I'm happy to knock it up a bit if you want. Oh god, ride droid controls. Yeah, the ride droid controls. It'll be fine. Fine then, I will put the music up very slightly. You can hear it now, I'm not sure once you add the battle sound effects. I wonder if I can just turn the battle sound effects down a bit. You have so much noise in your headphones. It's a Ridroid, yeah, we've ridden it. Yeah, I remember this quest. Mother on the Moon, yeah, who'd have thought? It is a really cool emergency, this though, and this music is so good. Oh god, the frames. I didn't drop any on this end, so I'm not sure what went on there. It's getting right up in her grill. PSO2 inspired Warframe Archwing? Maybe. And what we've learned from these streams is that Phantasy Star basically inspired everything, didn't it? I hate this. And we had the weird flying creatures you had to ram into in the Vegas mission. Yeah, that was, I remember doing that in the Vegas mission. That was weird, really weird. The funny thing about those flying creatures that you had to fight in the Vegas mission for the Ride Droid was they were basically a PSU enemy. Just altered slightly. They basically look like Kakwans from PSU. Oof. I mean, I'm not really enjoying the fact I'm on this low health already. You know. Yeah, just like tank everything, why not? That works. It's the lasers that she does that are really hard to actually get through. Man, I am just gonna die a lot. There we go. It looks ridiculous when you just all drill at the end. If the controls weren't utterly horrid, this part of the EQ would have been cool. Yeah, vehicles with PSO2 just never really worked that well, did they? Do a barrel roll. There you go. Now we can actually fight her.
You piece of Ark's trash!
I kind of feel like Ark's trash after that. Now to die horribly. I don't remember this fight at all. I remember doing it. I don't remember what it does. Run for the exit when caged. You saying that was just kind of reminding me. Die horribly again? Yeah, possibly, yeah. Yeah, I probably should have noticed that the entire floor was changing colour there. You remember getting owned hard by so many toy cars. Just a big AoE that instant kills you if you don't break the crystals towards the end. It's amazing how much of the big bosses that I've forgotten PSO2. Darkfall's Gemini Pocket Dimension was so creepy. Yeah, it's a very weird story, honestly. That part of the story where you're just hanging out inside Gemini. Wow. Told you I'd die horribly. Yeah, it is really cool going back and fighting a lot of these urgent quest bosses though. It's one thing that I think PSO2 did really, really well for the most part. I think a lot of the big bosses in the game are generally really fun fights. Yeah, they have some misses here and there. I think the first phase is interesting, but the controls on the ride road do kind of hurt it. Ah, this would be this then. Yeah, I remember this. Kind of to put the exit right in front of me. You're a huge sucker for complex lore, blame Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, I mean, if you want complex lore, like PSO2 is definitely up there. I think Phantasy Star lore in general isn't too bad, but PSO2 is just because there's so much of it. This is so this is what's called Escafalt's mother, so it's basically the mother fight in PSO2. This is a nuke, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, don't say that, kill me out. You had to make it weird. Never really got the explanation of what photons are. I don't know if does it ever explicitly say what they are. I guess it's just kind of like light energy, I guess, isn't it? And like pretty much every other urgent quest boss, PSO2 theme starts playing. She had some range. Yeah, playing super low level force here is probably not the play. Basically remote, yeah. So the first phase you're on what's called a ride road. So it's basically like a, what I can only describe as like a flying motorbike. Oh, here we go. This is where I probably die. Again. I actually did it. Cool. Yeah, first phase from what you're basically chasing her through the complex on the moon on those like flying motorbikes. And then second phase is where you actually fight the boss properly. There we go. I really like the bit at the end there where she sort of reaches up in the air and puts a hand around the world. It's a really cool visual. Beautiful music. Yeah, I love the music in PSO2. In Phantasy Star in general, honestly. Now, are you going to give me any kind of weapon I can actually use? Drak is challenging his Moonbase Alpha vibes. Oh, go on, man. Ew. Yeah, so once again, we seem to have managed to completely dodge all the force weapons. Photons are explained as a projection of destiny. Okay, that kind of makes sense, I guess, if you think of the stories in PSO or in Phantasy Star. I dropped force weapons, but it's PSO2. Yeah, I know the feel. I have one rare force weapon, which is the one I'm using. But yeah, I seem to get a lot of guns and melee weapons. Forgot how common rare drops are in this. Yeah, calling them rare drops kind of feels like a bit of a misnomer, honestly. I guess there are like different... There's like different tiers of rare drop though, I guess, aren't there? See, I'm not really interested in any of these. There is a Talus. We do have a Talus. I'll let it off. Yeah, I think definitely the big bosses are definitely one of the highlights of PSO2 for sure. And I feel like, I think even in NGS, I think some of the big boss fights are pretty good. I still don't think it's quite captured the same level as the PSO2 bosses yet, but I do enjoy some of the NGS big bosses. Yeah, I mean, like Darthal's Dalian and Solus, I think are really cool, like really cool fights. I'm not totally struck on the design, but the actual fights themselves are really good. Different weapon system is kind of met. You like PSO BB items and such. Yeah, I mean, for me, regarding like rare drops and so on, I do generally prefer it where it's more like PSO. But I think PSO2 in particular sort of set this trend of getting like a lot of rare drops and having like different series of rare drops. Queen's Nightmare, Earth Depths. I feel more pain coming on. I love how this is just changing to we're just going to do all the bosses now. Thank you to Drak for using all these triggers. Shiva in my character's lore is referred to as Dal, so in short, Shiva's been watching my OC since she was a baby till the end of episode 5. Oh, cool. I think I mentioned that before, but I think it is cool when people make their own lore for the characters. Oh, this is the escort one. Okay, yeah, I have horrible memories of this. Just seems like once you have your main weapon, that's all you get. No cool or funny type weapons to show off or hunt down. Yeah, I think a lot of the personality in weapons did kind of fall off. That's one thing I like about PSO, is that a lot of the weapons have like a lot of personality to them. That has definitely changed. It's just the way the series has gone, really. Yeah, I don't remember this a whole lot. I think I did do it. I think I was still playing at this point. But I don't remember enough about the quest. Brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. I mean, I guess if you're going to compare anything to Raid Shadow Legends, this is the episode, isn't it? Did I just stop on top, stand on top of the tank? Go on then, let me try that. I now have a mount. Summoner is cool, you get different pets that are a bit unique. Yeah, so I never really played Summoner much, well, I barely played it at all on the Japanese side. When they did there was like a test they did for it. I want to say it was maybe when the PS4 version launched. I tried it then and I really didn't like it at all. Yeah, I knew Draken would say Summoner best class. He loves Summoner. I think it was just a class I could just never get into for some reason. I know the NGS equivalent Worker, I have played that a bit. Worker is fine, but I think they've oversimplified it. It feels very, very basic. There's the Landmaster yet. Thank you, Tank. It is Friday, Minsk. Don't get used to it, though. It is just for this week. There is a crystal there, but I do no damage. Waker is best when you use the support skills rather as a main class. That was kind of the impression I got as well. Yeah, I think once I capped Waker, I think I ended up just using it as a subclass. God, my PP regeneration on this class at the minute is terrible. I need to sub Tekka for PP convert. You remember this caves-like area? Oh, PP converts on force in this game, okay. Because I think they did shift it over to Tekka and NGS, I think, didn't they? That's probably why I'm getting confused. I'll have to pick that up then because I God need it. You already set calendar reminders for every Skylight Friday stream. There may not be many reminders then. Oh, you have a skill ring for it. It is Tekken of Madoka. But yeah, the Friday streams are basically just gonna be maybe once every couple of months. So I'll always keep doing the Wednesday and Sunday streams like normal, but probably about maybe every 2 months or so. We'll do a Friday stream as well. I know Kilniath wants a Friday weekly stream, but still waiting for the 24-hour stream, to be honest. Again, you might be waiting a while. I seriously don't know how anyone does those 24-hour streams. Ragnar's quite funny in base game, because on base game you can just target the core behind his head straight away. And NGS, they changed it. They changed it so you can only really access the core once you've broken his legs. Probably because they realised that no one was actually doing the thing where you break his legs and we're just targeting the core anyway. Yeah, I don't really fancy stepping in the red Kool-Aid, honestly. We might have to, though. Red false goo. Is that what it is? There is a lot of enemies in this quest, isn't there? Like I say, I think on the Japanese server, I think I might have done this maybe once or twice. I can't remember much about it at all. This is almost the Divide quest OST. Again, Divide, I don't know if I did them. As long as I keep collecting crystals for HP, the tank will remain full. Yeah, I do need to spend some skill points badly. I think because the experience is so high at the minute, I'm basically power leveling, so because of that, I'm way behind on skill points. Skill points issue. I mean, it is, exactly. I used to hate these guys with the explode. In Mind Defense, they were super annoying. Yeah, I'll just walk into the explosion, that works. Metal Gear? Stands in line of fire. What a thrill. Rip tank. What's that? I don't remember this. So maybe every run I did on the Japanese servers failed and I didn't get as far. Do a barrel roll. Can do. Just continually barrel roll. It's certainly an emergency code for sure. You need to try PSO2 again, but you think you may have sold a good chunk of your gear because you thought you were going to stay with NGS. I think you could probably get into it again fairly quickly. Particularly at the minute on well, I think it's permanent. I think Drag was saying now there is a boost that's basically continuous, so you should be able to level up and stuff pretty quickly again. As for getting gear, I think if you can find parties, you might be okay. May as well use Dark Blast since I haven't actually used it yet. I'm taking that one. I like the action shot there. The completely unnecessary action shot side on. GG all. Thanks for the stream, enjoying having this on the background. Never seen this level or boss before. Yeah, I don't remember if I've actually done that one. I've done the mining base apprentice for sure. And I remember the tank part of this quest, but I'm guessing that maybe you just never cleared it. Now the question is there any rare rods? There is. I can see one. We take those. I will say that when so much of this is so close together, it can be quite hard to actually pick up what you want. I know there is like an auto pickup thing, but is there anything else I actually want to take? I think a lot of it is like 7 to 8 star stuff, which I'm not too bothered about. Yeah, I'll leave those. Yeah, I don't think I ever did the Luth part. I certainly don't remember it anywhere. You always have to look for a marker. Yeah, because when I played the Japanese server, I basically played consistently for pretty much from episode 1 until episode 5, I think it was. And then I did quit for a bit of episode 5, so maybe this launched pretty much as I was quitting. And then I came back for episode 6 for a bit and then left again. You got to clear your inventory in base, it's a mess. The inventory problem is real in base and in NGS. It never gets any better. PSO2 inventory is pay to win. It's kind of the same in NGS to an extent. But in NGS, I think I'm pretty sure you have a higher inventory to begin with. Feels good to have double jump now thanks to skill points. And there we go. We've got the stanky unit. Yeah, I'm just going to go and check my skill tree. Yeah, you can expand it with AC, I think it's like 10 slots at a time, isn't it, for character storage, I think. Sorry, for inventory. One thing I don't like with a lot of the extra storage in this, though, is that a lot of it is temporary. So you basically pay, like, it's almost like a rental to unlock it for a month, which I'm not a big fan of. Also, while I'm here, I really need to get the order from Magna subclass. Plus 10 for inventory and plus 50 for character. Okay. I like how a lot of these client orders for coffee now are just talk to her. Oh, we can get the very hard permit. I mean, sure, why not? Annoyingly, she still wants you to kill enemies for the subclass one. It is only one of 2 types of enemy, but... You ever go to the casino and gamble? We actually, last PSO2 stream, we actually did a bit of that. We might do a bit again, though. In-game, exactly, yeah. I've never set foot in a casino in real life, but I have in PSO2. You can host one more. See, I would say Darkfall's loser, but I don't really have any win techs, which are quite important for that. So I'm fine with any. Can we really not use that Garland jet? Actually, way off as well. I really need to level that mag. We need a casino in NGS. I think the reason I haven't done it is because there's one in base. It would be nice to have some more mini games in NGS though. I think Line Strike is a good start, but it would be nice to have a few more. Zeffetto for real took away the casino. Yeah, we'll do one more quest then, and then we will switch over. I think, honestly, I think for party, I think we're fine because we're all joining the same party anyway. While you are loading that though, I will check my skill tree quick. Are we really doing loser? I may not be able to get the I might not be able to do the clock part because I don't have Wintex, and I seem to remember you needed Wintex to open it. They'll try and open it, okay. Right, I want that because that's actually useful. You have Wintex, you can be useful. So last stream I was wondering why Photon Flare wasn't usable. That would be because it's not on, because I didn't actually learn it. Helps if you learn the skill. Last time you played, you made a Brave and you're on level 70. Yeah, Brave was really good in PSO2. Give me more of that flame tech short charge as well, actually. In fact, let's just max that out because it's super useful. That's a free skill, so we can get those. Technique mega power up sounds somewhat useful. Recovers PP while technique is being charged. Yep, that sounds very useful as well. I'll be there in a minute. I'm just finishing getting these skills that actually make me somewhat usable. So that would give us 10%. That would give us another 2, so it's probably best just go into that for now. Yeah, that'll do. There we go, and now we can use Photon Flare. I like how it's now explaining about quest triggers. Yeah, I think we're aware of that. I see that hydrate. You just winged your level up, so that is fine. You really want to one more as well? Okay. Jealous of the players that could time the dash with Braver to zip through areas. Yeah, if you want to use your Luther sound effects, now is the time. I forgot to get a drink, didn't I? Let's get a drink. Yeah, the dash with Braver was actually quite awkward to do because it would make you actually face backwards at the end of it. So you had to kind of do it, then reorient your character and then do it again. But yeah, you got to stay hydrated in game as well, exactly. Hi, Tot. You've not been using your blight rounds. I think LJP is just on his way, I think. I can't believe they actually fixed that stamp. If anyone didn't know, that stamp was actually typoed on NGS for ages. Typo was only on global as well.
Piece of Orcs trash!
Great timing on the axe trash. Yeah, this was my favourite boss in PSO2. I love this fight. The music absolutely slaps as well. I love it. Yep. Hopefully we get to hear the Olga Floor theme part. That would be cool. I don't know if we will. He did say the thing. I've got Japanese voices on, but yeah. He spent so long against his boss in single player. Yeah, he's kind of getting obliterated here, unfortunately, but remember there being a complicated diagram for how to open the clock in the middle. Basically, from what I remember, the way it worked... Oh god, I forgot about this attack. This is still, in my opinion, still the coolest attack in PSO2. Yeah, it's got it. Yeah, basically the trick for the clock was basically you had to use wind techniques or things that tried to inflict mirage status. And if you did enough of it, it would eventually open the clock up. But if I remember correctly, I think the clock would only open 3 times in the quest, I think it was. It was either 3 or 5 times. And if you didn't manage to break after that, it just wouldn't open again. I died right at the end. I still got the experience though. Who died? Me? Yeah, you can dodge the time stop, Jonathan. If you have to time it really well, though. I normally mess it up. Yeah, it's kind of sad how easy Luther is now. When that boss got launched back on the Japanese server, like when it was a new boss, for at least the first few days, most people weren't able to beat it. Takes to dodge has a ton of iframes. The sword's a bit weird, so that you can get away with not destroying all of the swords, providing you've covered like a decent enough area of the arena. So it seems to be like split into almost like, I think it's like quarters of the arena. So if you can destroy all the swords in one quarter, you can then just stand in that quarter and you won't get hit by the nuke. Obviously you want to try and destroy as many as you can though. There's actually a hiding spot even if you don't destroy them. Climbed all the way up to his head because Bounce's double jump replenished after attacking so long. So you figure out how not to lose altitude. Yeah, the double jump with Bouncer was super useful for, particularly for fights like Magatsu. Magatsu was really annoying if you didn't have double jump. Well, GG on all those bosses, guys. Rematch but Raid Shadow Legends. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, if you want to do one, I guess that's a yes then. So is this Omega Luther? Okay. So we'll do this then, and then we'll go. Maybe we'll do the casino for a bit after this. Yeah, Luther is never gone. Luther is always here. So, yeah, so much Luther. Is it 70 or 170 where you get a Scion class? So, in PSO2, I think the cap in PSO2 is 100. And the Scion, for them, you need to, from what I remember, I think you have to get 2 classes to level 75 to unlock them. That stamp gets spammed so much in the lobbies. So, wow, you look familiar. At least this one does some new stuff in different phases, which is cool. He's a bit more random than the original Luther. forgot how boring mag raising was. Yeah, mag raising is never interesting in any Phantasy Star. Yeah, the boss music for Luther and Omega Luther goes very, very hard. I mentioned it a bit earlier, remote, but it samples part of the PSO Overflow Phase 1 theme. And there is actually an attack reference as well. So he's got one attack that he does, and I don't know if he'll do it while we're fighting him, but he's got one attack where he basically rotates slowly with the blade. That's really reminiscent of the like saw attack that Overflow does in PSO Phase 1. Yeah, I've always loved sort of the scale and everything of the bosses in PSO2. Alright, can we get the time stop the second time, or will he get it this time? Oh, he's not doing it, never mind. Is that the trigger for it? Yeah. Oh, he got me that time. Yeah, that did not go well. That's what happens if you don't break the sword. Yeah, so you know the big attack he does in first phase where he kind of rotates the sword around the arena and you have to sort of run around in a circle. It basically imitates that attack. You're really doing it again? Oh no. And it's much harder to break this time as well. I really want him to do it, but he may not do it. He's on low health now as well, so he probably won't. It's the kind of attack where he only does it now and again. I thought he was going to do it there, but because he does it when he's in the center of the arena. Got to ask, is there an SGS in PSO2 Classic? There is. Draken has one. So there is, I know what you mean, Richard. So there is an NPC called Regius who has I think it's called Yonohate, I think it is, which is, that is a very similar weapon to SGS. But there is actually SGS in the game as well. And then from what Drac told me, I think once you've killed a certain amount of enemies with it, you get, I think you get a camo to make it look like Tsumakiri J sword, which is quite a cool little addition, really. If you play PSO, then it's a nice little reference. What was that on the far left? Jesus. You like the seal form more though? Yeah, I mean, I guess once you've unsealed it, it is just a big katana, isn't it? Well, at least it looks a bit unique as SGS. Not that I would know, you know, my luck with it on PSO. there anything worth picking up? I don't think so. Oh, there is a rod. It's the same one I've already got. Cool. The Zonkas are huge. Welcome to PSO2. Yeah, I think what you saw, it's an accessory. Yeah, it's an accessory that you can use to enhance your character's assets. That's everything's worth picking up to desynthesize. Yeah, I always forget. It's fine. Never got the start weapons, primordial weapons thing. Were they based on PSO legendaries? I don't really know a whole lot about the primordial weapons, honestly. So we have probably around 20 minutes or so. So do you want to finish it off with some casino? Well, I guess I deleted NGS and I'm not letting 100 plus gigs take up space for that. Enhance is definitely a word I would use. I'm sure it has in-combat practicalities. I'm getting food, but watch the stream though. Thanks for the runs. No worries, Drac. Thanks for hosting all those triggers as well. Really appreciated. Do your ARX missions and coffee client orders. I will. Yeah, I've got the first skill point order. Mine was from Marlow, so I will try and work on that. Right, I do have casino coin passes. This is a good thing. But yeah, it's gamba time. Oh, cool! I got a 500 draw. Cool. More money for gamba. Tails emote is so cursed. Right, what are we doing? Are we doing Blackniak? We've seen the best NPC in Phantasy Star with Meow, literally saving us from Dark Falls on Wednesday. So now we need to go and see the far inferior cousin. I think we are going to have 5, aren't we? Right, let's see how screwed we get out of casino coins. See how many blackjacks Neo can get. Oh, sorry, blackniaks. Was it already pulling BS? I didn't see this guy beating Dark Falls. All went bust. So we are on the second table here, so this one. You hit on a 14, big mistake. I mean, I'm gonna hit, obviously. We can count that as a 4, so we can hit again. Now we're in very dangerous territory. Go for it. Of course. Why wouldn't it be? This is basically the normal blackjack experience in PSO2. I like how it says, if you disconnect during the game, your casino coins will not be refunded. So no rage quitting to get your coins back. I got another special card. Okay, so we're on 10. I mean, I'm obviously going to hit. Why 13 again? I can just feel the 10 coming here. Rigged. Absolutely rigged. House always wins even if you rage quit, exactly. Yeah, the casino music's really good. So I don't understand when it says 10 or 20. I think it's for if you have a ace. I think in this you can treat an ace as 1 or 11. Rappy slot music sounds like Main Street Electrical Parade. 18 is better. I will stay on 18. Yeah, it's really helpful when you get an S. So what will happen now is, Meow will get 21. Because that is typically how this works. Don't do it. Don't you dare. Like only 20. Oh, he's gone greedy. He got incredibly greedy. He does that sometimes, and I have no idea why. I'm not against it though. Play Mezzatan Shooter. That is like the only game in the casino I'm not a huge fan of. Mainly because I'm terrible at it. Yeah, I've had 1 or 2 5-card victories in this before, but they are very, very rare. Oh, 14 again. I'm actually going to stay because I'm just going to rely on him going bust. Are you LGP interactive Mezzatan Shooter before? Yeah, I should point out if you're not familiar with Casino, there are other games in here. Sky prefers Lily Roulette over Mezzatan Shooter. Lily Roulette feels completely rigged as well. I didn't even look what happened there. I have no idea if I won or lost. I assume I probably lost. Oh, nice one, Vixie. Oh, you got 5-card, nice. These hands are horrible. I mean, I'm not going to win on a 13, but you're just going to give me a 10 when I hit. Oh, that works, actually. That's actually fine. I'll stay. So go on, get a 21. You cannot make this up. Why is the Dark Falls Slayer dealing cards? Exactly, yeah, I mean, of course the dealer gets 21. Mm, 17's not bad. You're doubling down with 18. Yeah, I'll keep my fingers crossed. I'll stay on 17. I don't trust it at all. Pull again. Yes. I'm basically just relying on now being greedy. Okay, so we've got 10. I will try double down. Sure. It'll give me a 2 or a 3. That's not bad. Is that a free seat? Which block you in? We are in... I have no idea. I can check after this hand if you want. I'll be ending the stream in a couple of minutes though anyway. That is a great symbol art. Another 5 card. Right, well, I will leave my seat just so I can see which block it is. It is block 1, free player recommended, which is probably not the block we're meant to be in casino, but you know, we're here now. It's ship 2, yeah. Yeah, some of the symbol arts are amazing. Unfortunately, I'm not willing to open the symbol art menu because in the history are probably some spicy ones. It's impossible to miss them. Oh, you're in ship 4? I don't know how ship 4 is now. I originally started on ship 4, but I moved over to ship 2 because more people I knew were on ship 2. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean there, killing the effort. Okay, 9, so give me a 10. I will take a 10. That is not a 10. I kind of feel I'm just going to go bust if I pull again, but sure, go greed. Greed never works. I got 21, nice. So you've had, what, 2 5 cards and a blackjack within a few hands. And what we'll do is we'll do a few more hands of blackjack, and then maybe on the next PSO2 stream, which will be on Sunday, maybe we'll do some of the other casino games then. What can I say? I like blackjack. Another special card? Why is there so many? Come on, give me a 10. Nice. I'll do. But yeah, I do like blackjack as well. I like most of the casino games, honestly, in this. I'll take that. You do get bonus coins for getting Black Knack as well, which is nice. And you get bonus coins if you use a special card and win as well. I might up my bet to the max for the next few hands. That is a pretty good starting hand. However, the dealer has an ace. You're going to have a 21, aren't you? Heading off, it's been fun. Oh, no worries, RGP. Thanks for playing as well. It's been really fun. Yeah, hope you have a good night, dude. And I'll be streaming again on Sunday, so... Absolutely rigged. And robbed. Yeah, I will hit on the 3. I think we can afford to. Yeah, so we do have a Discord as well for anyone watching. So LJP's just dropped the link in chat there. So we do play various different Phantasy Star games and other games off stream as well. So 20 or 2. It's nice to see Niao go bust for once. And constant Monster Hunter as of next month. I mean, there will be a lot of Monster Hunter next month. Well, technically March. I suppose there is the beta test coming up. I say beta in inverted commas, because it kind of just feels like a demo to me. But we'll be playing that a bit. I will still be playing Phantasy Star though as well, so... You know, we've got Phantasy Star 2 to get through as well, and I still want to play some PSO sometimes, so... 16's horrible. I'm gonna stay. I don't trust it. Sure, I'm enjoying these unplayable betas. Yeah, I do find it funny how they're like, oh, we're doing another one, so the people who couldn't play the first one can try this one. But they haven't changed the requirements or anything for this one, so it's still going to be impossible for most people to play. I've actually won. Cool. PSO in shambles once Monster Hunter comes out. There will always be a place for PSO. Yeah, when Wilds comes out, so it'll be right at the beginning of March, because I think it launches like the last day of February or something. I will do some streams of Wilds for sure. Really wish that mags could be fed at any time. It would be nice. Alright, we'll do one more hand. So obviously we're going as big a bet as we can. $19 is pretty solid. The mag is like 78, haven't even got to 100. It takes a while. Just feed it whenever you can, honestly. You want to do stuff, but you need to get this damn thing to 50 so you can use a Liberta kit on it. At least you'd have a cool looking mag after it though. It's just getting there that's the problem. I actually didn't pull again. Well, we won there, so I will take my win there. The funny thing is, Skull, you can't actually go all in. The most you can do is 50. It won't even let you all in. So yeah, we will probably end the stream there for today, I think. So thanks to everyone who joined for the runs, and thanks again to Drac for hosting those triggers as well. There will be another stream on Sunday, which will probably be PSO2 again. We may play a little NGS. I said I would for this stream, and it never happens, but we got sidetracked. That is fine. Yeah, really fun playing with everyone. So we'll stream again on Sunday. There will be a video on... Next video will be a members video on Tuesday. And then after that, we'll be back to the normal routine again. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed it, please consider the usual like and subscribe and join as a member if you want to. You can follow or sub over on Twitch if you want as well. And again, we do have a Discord you can join, which should be in the video description on YouTube, and it should be just under the stream on Twitch. And thanks again for the bits there, Kilniath. Now, PSO2 has been really fun. Actually, yeah, I am having a good time with it. It's definitely better when you've got other people that you're playing it with. I think it's the kind of game where I probably wouldn't have stuck with it again if I was solo, but just having like reliable parties has helped a lot. Yeah, so we'll end that there, and I'll see you guys on Sunday. So whatever you're doing, hope you have a good weekend. See you guys.